recommend you look into it. But that's an example of being able to shift who you are in this moment into a new version of you, a version of you that also exists. But what are you going to choose to put your attention on? And that to me is what determines where we are, is what we're choosing to put our attention on. Does that make sense? So the quantum leaps that we see, sometimes I feel they could be like miraculous. You wake up in a completely different home with a different partner laying next to you, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not opposed to hearing that being true. It's quite possible. My understanding, though, is that when you have a quantum expansive moment of alignment, a new timeline that you're occupying is because you had that awakening moment where you're like, oh, that's not who I'm worthy as fuck. I bring a lot to the table. And you're not wobbling back and forth, because a lot of times we'll wobble, right? Like, oh yeah, I have this revelation, and then, oh man, I feel like shit again. And oh, I don't think it's, see, you remember all these. So we kind of go back and forth. You know, we don't stay anchored into the new realization. Old emotional baggage that's still kind of circulating. It's gonna be there and it's not bad, but we look at it and we jump right back in. Right? We start telling those stories again. We are making ourselves available to it. But when that emotion comes up, you have the tools and the faculties to be like, I see you, emotion. I understand, but I don't believe that anymore. Then it can continue to go. And then that energy of that emotion that's been playing out can serve as your rocket fuel. Once you're no longer anchoring to the density of that emotion, it can repurpose itself to help amplify your ascension process.